have Gareth Bale, John Obi Mikel and Kleberson. And wow, Gareth, firstly, Chelsea came into this as favourites, and on that performance, did they deserve to go through?
Yeah, definitely. I think they control majority of the game. They always look like the ones who were threatening to score more. Obviously, Fluminense had a few chances, but I think overall Chelsea were the much better team and yeah, took two very good goals.
It was a professional performance, wasn't it? Lit up, of course, by Joao Pedro.
Yeah, fantastic performance. I think from start to finish, we controlled the game. The way we played, we knew exactly how to approach the game. We knew we had to control the possession. If we control possession, our quality is going to show. But Joao Pedro, those two goals, it just shows the quality, the belief and the trust the manager had in him to start him in this game. And he just paid that off back to the manager. But fantastic performance from the whole team. I thought Caicedo as well, again, was absolutely brilliant. We missed him in the last game, and you can see why it's so important for us in this team.
Yeah, hopefully that injury that he did look to suffer at the end of the game isn't too serious. Didn't look too concerned, but from your point of view, Kleberson, for Fluminense, we're seeing how disappointed they look. What a run it's been. Was it just one game too far, do you think?
I think just lost the last game, I think they compete well in the competition. On this game, we can show how different like the quality between Chelsea and Flamengo and Fluminense. But Fluminense have the chance, have some opportunity on the beginning of the second half, doesn't score, and then he lost the game.
It's been remarkable, hasn't it, Mikel? You've said so many times how much you've enjoyed watching the Brazilian sides in this tournament. For them even to get here today and to showcase what Brazilian football is all about and can offer has been special.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They've been absolutely fantastic. I think they're going to go home today with their heads held high because they've given us so much in this tournament. Not just the players, the fans, what they bring to the game, how they enjoy the game. It's been absolutely fantastic. I think the first half they lost the game because they showed us way too much respect. They didn't come out to press. They gave us way too much time on the ball. And if you do that to any player, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be in trouble. And that's what happened in the first half.
Do you agree, Gareth, that maybe they should have been a little bit more aggressive in that first half?
Yeah, I think they should have played their kind of own style rather than maybe kind of go to what Chelsea do best and try and defend them. So I'm sure they have regrets. I'm sure they look back in the game and maybe want to play it different, but ultimately the better team won on the day and Chelsea deserve to win.
OK, well, let's go down to pitch side because Olivia Bazaglo is down there with Callum Wilson and Sami Khedira.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Yes, we are pitch side, and I suppose job done for Enzo, Maresca and Chelsea, Callum, but the star of the show, Joao Pedro, his first Chelsea start, and what a performance it was.
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance, but like last game, we've seen signs of it, and then it was just about getting the opportunity today. He's repaid the manager, like Mikel says, but I think Delap and Jackson kind of opened the door for him, really, getting suspensions. So today he's managed to get himself a first start, and he's got competition now within the club, which is fantastic for a manager, team selection. Obviously Jackson then comes on, potentially could have squared it. You can see now he's thinking about, Pedro, I've got chances and opportunities and I need to take them when he can. And that sometimes can affect you, which it looks like it has. But for Chelsea, I mean, they've got options in all areas now in the front line.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose, obviously, it is about Joao Pedro. He was brilliant. But as a team performance as a whole tonight, it felt like Enzo, Maresca and Chelsea got it pretty spot on.
Well, like the guy said before, dominate and really good game by Chelsea. In my point of view, the best performance in this tournament so far. So they control the game, especially from the midfield, because the middle controls the game and wins the game as well at the end. The passes from Caicedo, but also from Enzo. Cole Palmer, he did a great game as well. At the end, he could have scored if Jackson gave him the ball, but two bangers, like super nice goals. At the end, it's well deserved to win and going to the final from Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will have a little bit more reaction to this game a little bit later on. But Sami, we can't have you here and not ask you about the huge game tomorrow, Paris Saint-Germain against Real Madrid. And I mean, what a game! I suppose a Real Madrid coming into this one as underdogs.
Yeah, maybe a bit because, I'm supporting Real Madrid for sure, but on the other hand, I'm a huge fan, especially this season, from PSG. The way how Luis Enrique changed the style of PSG and the behavior and the attitude on the pitch, especially of Ousmane Dembélé, to name one player. It's amazing, it's insane how he improved that kind of PSG style. And on the other hand, Real Madrid is in transition and a change of the Carlo Ancelotti, the old era to the new era with Xabi Alonso, new style of football. So at the end, the biggest club in the world against the best club in the world right now tomorrow.
Kelly, it's back up to you in the studio.
Yeah, thank you very much, Liv. We'll undoubtedly get Gareth's thoughts on that huge heavyweight clash later on, but let's get more reaction to this game. Enzo Maresca has been speaking with Alex Aljoy.
So, congratulations, through to the final, a clean sheet, 2 superb goals for your new signing. What pleased you most about that performance?
Above everything, to be honest. It's a great achievement. Has been fantastic season, you know, top 4 in the league, Conference League, now in the final in this competition. We are so happy.
How did you react when you saw both those goals go in?
No, yeah, but we know that we have a player that they're able to do that. It's also that we need to help them to go in situation where they can do that. And we know Joao how good is.
Nicholas Jackson came on for him 60 minutes into the game. Was that always the plan?
Yeah, Nico is our player, he's a striker. He played almost all the game last season. Now Joao started today, but yeah, it was okay.
How happy are you to have this competition in your squad now?
No, yeah, very happy, to be honest. I'm very happy because I know how difficult it is with all the, you know, all the situation. And as I said, Premier League top 4, we won the conference, now is final year, it's fantastic.
13 wins in your last 15 games now. Does it feel like Chelsea have some really good momentum going at the right time?
Yeah, but probably because we go game by game. We don't know about, you know, how many games. We know that we need to go game by game. Now finally it's the last game of the season. We can say that, and hopefully we can win the tournament.
Looked concerning for Moises Caicedo at the end there. How much of a worry is that ahead of the final?
Yeah, no, we see. I told him that he has to do anything to be inside the pitch on Sunday, so we see.
PSG or Real Madrid, what would it mean to Chelsea to beat either side?
They are both top team. One won the Champions League this season, the other one last season. So they are top team, but we are proud, we are happy to be there.
Tough conditions, an extra day of rest for Chelsea. Use it wisely.
Yeah, exactly.
Enzo, thank you so much and all the best in the final.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca looking pretty relaxed there, pretty happy. They came here to win it, and this feels like, Gareth, it could be quite a big step for his young side to get to a final like this.
Yeah, definitely, and I think obviously winning the Europa Conference League last year is another stepping stone. So yeah, they're I think the youngest Premier League team in history. They're a young team, they're building. They seem to have signed a lot of the same player in the past, and I think now they're trying to sign the right players. So they always seem to sign that number 10 role and a lot of the same player, whereas now they're kind of signing the players that they need rather than just whoever they want. So,
do you think we saw today with the goals that potentially they've got the player they needed? Joao Pedro scoring after 18 minutes, and this is a goal that, I mean, you would have been proud of, Gareth.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think, like I said, I think he wins the ball back here, and yeah, just having that confidence. He knows, like I said before, he probably wants to come in and make an impact straight away. It's his first start, and to have a strike like that on your debut is great.
Yeah, the goalkeeper has absolutely no chance, and it shows 18 minutes in the confidence the player has.
It's about confidence, isn't it? I mean, gave the keeper absolutely no chance. Obviously, Thiago Silva will look at it and think, okay, I may have done a little bit better with the clearance, but take nothing away from the finish. The first touch to set himself up, and then the curl. Absolutely fantastic goal. We thought the first one was best, but the second one was even much better.
Yeah, it was. We'll see that one in just a moment. But Kleberson, a word for this, the level of respect against the club that he started out at, to not celebrate. That was a nice moment too.
That's a nice note. He respects a lot Fluminense. He's born on the Fluminense. He's a big fan for Fluminense. He knows the game is really difficult for him, but he showed his character. He scored 2 goals, and then he's proud for the team.
Yeah, he showed his ruthless nature, and he may love Fluminense, but he also loves scoring goals. Got the second in the second half on 58 minutes, and this one was as impressive as the first, would you say, Mikel?
Oh, we thought the first one, but this one here, I thought Cole Palmer did really well here, but then the pass from Enzo Fernandez here to set him up. Look at that pass with outside of the foot. And all he can do, Joao, is to go on goal and just cuts in, and then the finish. What a strike that is. The keeper has absolutely, I don't think any keeper is saving that.
He had options there as well, but he's such a single-minded, he's a goal scorer, isn't he? I'm sure you would have gone for goal then as well.
Yeah, I know. I think when you have players spare over and you take the shot, you need to make sure you score. Otherwise, like you've seen already, you might see the wrath of the other players. But yeah, he's cut in great stride. Confidence is obviously very high, and great finish.
What can this do for a player scoring twice on his debut on a massive stage like this, going to a big club? What will this do for Joao Pedro going forward?
I think this is amazing for him, like to come in a club, score 2 goals, first start. I think show like how good he is and how Chelsea is going to be leading guys like him to score the goals outside the box, to make presence inside the box.
I tell you what, let's hear from him now, see just how much he enjoyed his Chelsea debut and those 2 goals. He's with Alex.
Joao, your first start for Chelsea, 2 incredible goals. Could it have gone any better than that?
I think it was a dream first start. I don't think it could be better. 2 goals. Now we need to think about the final. Yeah, I'm very happy to score 2 goals today.
Against the club where you begun your career, the fans adore you, you apologise to them. How would you sum up your emotions in that moment?
I think like I'm happy to score my first goal, but also I know this tournament is very important for them. I can't just say sorry, but I have to be professional. I play for Chelsea. They pay me for that, to score goals. And today I was happy to score.
You came off the bench in the last game, you were brilliant. And then when did the manager tell you that you'd be starting today? And what was his message for you?
He just said to me to play the same I did the last game. And today I think because I started, I had more time to do my stuff. And I was happy to score. The team won, the team played well, and that's important.
You came off after 60 minutes. How's your fitness? How far off full fitness are you? Because I'm sure you've been on the beach.
I try to improve every session, but I know it's hard. They help me as well. Now I need to rest, focus on the final, because I think it will be a very important game.
You have just arrived here. What would it mean to win your first trophy for Chelsea?
I think it's going to be my first title as well. So I think it will be a very important game, a very special game. Like you said, I came like 1 week ago, and now I'm going to play the final. I'm very happy. The team was very welcome to me, and now I think we need to go forward, to move forward.
Have they made you sing your song yet, your initiation song? Have you done that?
No. They just make me to dance in the dress room. I don't know if they're going to make me to dance again because I'm man of the match. We'll see. But yeah, the group is very good. They help me a lot. I feel comfortable here.
And I'm sure you'll be hoping you'll be dancing come Sunday.
Yeah, for sure I'm going to dance a little bit.
Joao, congratulations. Well done today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect.
The only disappointment there, I think, is the fact that we didn't get him dancing on the pitch. Gareth said before that Chelsea have signed maybe not the right players in the past. Is Pedro, on what you've seen today, the right player for Chelsea?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can see there on the clip there. I mean, the way he moves around the pitch, he's always coming short. If he doesn't come short, he wants to go long. And that's what you need from a striker. Here, the flip here, and it doesn't stop. He kept on going, continue with his run. Like I said, a bit fortunate, obviously, from the clearance with Thiago Silva. But the finish, take nothing away from the finish. This is a player full of confidence, playing with so much confidence. Brilliant finish.
We're seeing these goals here, Gareth, but was it his all-round performance that impressed you as well?
Yeah, I think it's not just the goals, it's the link-up play, it's the passing, it's the vision, it's the... Yeah, even just coming into a new team, just trying to understand your teammates is very difficult as well. So, yeah, great all-round performance and, yeah, thoroughly deserved the player of the match.
You mentioned before that Chelsea had one of the youngest teams in the Premier League. He is just 23 years old. We've seen Brazil have produced a fair few impressive players. Do you feel like he could be one of the stars of this Chelsea team in the Premier League and going forward?
Yeah, definitely, and I think now he's made the move. I'm not saying Brighton are a small club, but the next step up, hopefully, like in his career where Chelsea are playing Champions League, they're challenging for trophies. So yeah, he's on the right trajectory. I think if he keeps his feet on the ground, keeps working hard, you can see the ability that he's got, and hopefully he can keep kicking on.
Okay, let's head back down to Liv now, because Callum Wilson knows a thing or two about scoring goals. Let's get their thoughts on Joao Pedro.
We've got fans in the live stadium right now, and I suppose we spoke earlier about Joao Pedro, but to score on his first start, not just once but twice, you know, how big is that, and how much confidence will that give him?
Yeah, massive. Obviously, like the guys have just mentioned, he's already a player with confidence. He's come in the door. great price tag, and you want to hit the ground running straight away. You want the respect of your teammates, of the fans, and also you want to open your account for your new club, because as a striker, you're always thinking, I just want that goal, I want that goal. And now he'll be full of confidence. As you've seen there, he's not just scored the one, he's got the confidence to take on the second one because he's already scored. And I think, yeah, he looks a fantastic signing for Chelsea, to be honest.
Did Callum Wilson ever score on his debuts?
I mean, only for England, Newcastle and Bournemouth, you know.
Of course he did. But also, not even just to score 2 goals, but the manner in which they're beautiful finishes, both of. Which one did you prefer?
I preferred the first one because obviously, you know, it's come out, but usually a striker who's playing the number 9 position, probably someone like myself, would be in the box, in between the sticks. But he's hung out there, let play get ahead of him, and nowadays I think it's a fantastic opportunity to do that, because more often defenders are dropping to the byline now, so balls are coming into the second space. But obviously as it's dropped out to him, he's got no other thought in his mind than just to whip it. And as a winger as well, because he plays wide sometimes and drifts into them wide areas, that's a finish that he'd be practiced on in training. So, I mean, fantastic finish, and, you know, like I say, what a signing it's turned out to be so far.
Like young Callum Wilson-esque, is it?
I'm young. I think still in the locker. I just need to find a club.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Joao Pedro with 2 brilliant goals on his first start for the club. Kelly, what a first start that is. I don't think it could have gone any better for him.
No, as he said, very happy with his first start in a Chelsea shirt. We've talked a lot about the options that Chelsea do have. You said from the beginning of the tournament you still felt Jackson was Chelsea's main man. Since then, he got sent off, and then Pedro signed for Chelsea as well.
Gareth is laughing.
I know, and I'm trying to ignore that. I'm just trying to remind you of your predictions. I'm guessing you've changed the way you feel a little bit about Chelsea's attacking options now.
Listen, all I've said, I think it's important we have a competition in the team. It's very important. You know, Gareth, how it is when you play for a big club. To win trophies, you need competition. And that's what we've got now. We've got 3 good strikers and who can compete for one position. And that's what I thought the club didn't have before. But now with the 2 new signings with Delap and Joao, I think that competition is going to push the players to go extra hard. But I still think that Jackson still has a big part to play. He just needs to sort out, you know, himself in terms of discipline and how and what he wants to do, really. But I just think that with his performance today, Joao and Delap, they're probably ahead of him right now.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca said in his interview that he was always going to come on. He came on the hour mark, and we saw that he was trying to make things happen. But if we take a look at this chance, Gareth, does this match perhaps show that he's trying a little bit too hard?
Yeah, I think sometimes that's what competition does, right? It puts pressure on you, and I think if Joao doesn't score, maybe he doesn't feel that pressure, and he would probably play a simple pass to Cole Palmer. But yeah, under pressure, it changes your decisions. It can sometimes affect your performance. So I'm sure a lot of strikers have been in that position before and have not passed because they want to score. But yeah, I think he chose the wrong option there.
Yeah, Cole Palmer was very frustrated. But I actually said to you just before that, didn't I? What would you have done in that situation? And you said,
yeah, I'd probably shoot, but I'd try and make sure I scored.
Yeah, I guess that's the issue there. If he doesn't score, Kleberson, that's where Palmer's frustration comes from, and then I imagine that could start to play on Jackson's mind.
Yeah, that's the frustration he has. But you have to understand, it's 2-0. The guys won the game. I don't know if the game is like a 1-0 for Fluminense, how this happened, you know what I mean? But of course, that situation is better passing the ball and they play score the goal for the team. No?
But fortunately for you Chelsea fans, it didn't matter because Chelsea ran out 2-0 winner, and Chelsea beating Fluminense by 2-0. It was an emotional reunion with his former club for Thiago Silva. He has been speaking post-match with Matty Farias.
We're here with Thiago Silva. Thiago, congratulations on a great campaign, but not the result you wanted today. Does Fluminense go back to Brazil with their heads high? Thiago, parabéns pela campanha histórica. O resultado não que vocês queriam, mas o Fluminense deixa os Estados Unidos de cabeça erguida.
Acredito que tudo que nós fomos propostos a fazer, nós conseguimos em determinado momento. Hoje um pouco menos, mas acredito que temos que valorizar tudo aquilo que foi feito até aqui, todas as dificuldades que passamos para chegar até onde nós chegamos. Não foi um jogo fácil desde o início, mas eu acredito que tentamos de todas as maneiras, corremos, batalhamos. Hoje estava muito quente, eu acho que foi um dos piores dias, né? Em termos de calor. E naturalmente uma equipe que joga mais com a bola, que no caso eles hoje sofreram um pouco menos desse cansaço, a gente correu um pouco mais, digamos assim, errado em determinado momento. Mas assim, temos que valorizar tudo que foi feito, sabe? Com tudo aquilo que a gente tinha à disposição, acho que a gente tem que valorizar o resultado que foi feito durante a competição, mas faz parte do futebol.
The main message I got there is that it was a very difficult game, but at the end of the day, you can't say they didn't try. They put their all effort into it, and they really value how far they made it into this tournament. E por último, eu queria falar sobre o pênalti. Sua opinião, foi pênalti? Não pênalti? Ask him if it was a penalty or not from his perspective.
Para mim foi pênalti, cara. Para mim foi pênalti. O árbitro estava no campo, marcou na hora, aí fica uns caras lá que veem câmera lenta, enfim. Eu estava próximo da jogada, o braço estava um pouquinho mais distante. Se fosse do outro lado, teoricamente ninguém ia chamar lá de cima, mas enfim. Acho que não foi por causa disso que nós perdemos, mas se a gente poderia ter feito aquele gol ali, o jogo acho que mudaria um pouquinho. Voltava à normalidade do jogo. Mas enfim, faz parte do futebol, nem sempre a gente consegue o êxito da vitória, mas temos que valorizar tudo que foi feito.
Obrigado, Thiago. Thiago over here basically said, you know, he thought it was a penalty at the end of the day. He doesn't think that's the main reason they lost, but I think that really could have changed the game a lot. But at the end of the day, that's football. Thiago, muito obrigado. Tamo junto, cara.
Yeah, we'll come to that penalty incident in just a moment. But Kleberson, Fluminense did have chances in that first half, particularly when it was 1-0, and it could have been a very different affair had they taken one.
Yeah, I think like in the last games, Fluminense, when they have the opportunity, they score the goal. But this game, they need to score the goal. Look at the chance they have. The opportunity has to be goal. It's unfortunately, the goalkeepers get a little bit late. They need to take an advance there to score the goal. And then when you don't make that goal against top team, that's what happened, no?
I'm not saying anything really. Yeah, this is the handball here. No, it's not handball. Hands in a natural position. I think the ball even came from, through bodies. He couldn't see it quickly as possible, but it was in a natural position. For me, the right decision was finally taken.
Do you understand why Thiago Silva's maybe frustrated that it wasn't a penalty?
Yeah, he got frustrated because he knows he scored the goal and that doesn't call the penalty. But look at that, they have a chance. They have a super chance to score the goal. If they score, probably they get back in the game and then probably score the second goal.
Yeah, that last chance was at the start of the second half. Had they scored that, it would have been really interesting.
Yeah, it would have. I wouldn't say it's a clear-cut chance. It's a half chance, but yeah, I think ultimately they didn't get enough chances to score goals. I think. Yeah, he's obviously angry with the penalty, and yeah, you can see from their side they'll definitely want a penalty, and on the opposite side the other team won't. So yeah, I think just Chelsea were by far the better team on the day and thoroughly deserved the victory to get to the final.
Yes, Chelsea will be playing in the Club World Cup final on Sunday. They are the first team through.